I'm Donna.
And I'm Bruce. And this is Lyrical Wisdom.
Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Donna.
How are you on this fine day?
I am fabulous, thank you.
Fabulously fine.
Fabulously fine. I love the way you said that, on this fine day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day.
Yeah, and thank you to all you beautiful people out there tuning in here at Lyrical Wisdom.
Yes, thank you very, very much.
We're so excited. People from all over the world are listening, and I am so grateful for the opportunity to be able to come to you now when you're in this moment listening to us.
Yes,
I love
absolutely,
it, love it,
absolutely.
love it.
Yeah, this is an amazing, amazing gift. Thank you very much for all of our listeners everywhere that you are.
And remember, we would love for you to send in a request for us to do your song.
Yes, please do. Send your requests to lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That is lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. And you can find us on YouTube at Lyrical Wisdom 888. That's at Lyrical Wisdom 888. Or you can also search Lyrical Wisdom Show. Type Lyrical Wisdom Show into the search engine on YouTube, and you should be able to find us there as well. And Lyrical Wisdom on Spotify. Lyrical Wisdom on Spotify. I say it again. That's all you need to type in. Yeah. So we are also
in Prime, Amazon Prime.
We're also on Amazon Prime.
We are letting our wisdom flow.
Yes, and so grateful to those of you that can find us and listen in. Thank you very much. Very much.
And if you do go on YouTube, please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, please do.
And you can leave a comment there with what your request is.
Yes, please do. That way we can get requests through all of the new ways.
Yeah.
And we don't have to go through what we now are probably thinking of as snail mail with email. Yeah. So, but we've got a really great song for you guys today.
My son, I believe, likes this band. I'm familiar with the name. I'm not familiar with the music, but that's okay. What I'm loving about doing this for all of you is that I am learning and opening up to different kinds of music, because I do play these songs afterwards or before. It's like, I've never heard this song, so I'll play it just so I can hear the music, because what we do is we shine light and shine wisdom on the lyrics.
Yes, we do. And we also open new doors and windows to the song as we read it here, because there are so many times that we've heard a song and
a song.
Yeah, and you just don't quite.
And then you see it in a whole new light.
Yeah, you suddenly have the words really in front of you.
Yeah.
So
this one's cool, Bruce.
This one is cool. This is a song that's by Weezer, and Weezer has come. Excuse me, not Weezer. I did that in a previous show that I did, because there's a cover band out there that's very popular in this area that does Foo Fighter and Weezer songs, and they came to the Lime Creek Brewery and played some of the songs. And so I went with my wife and her brother, and we really enjoyed it that night. And I don't know if this song was played that night. However, I can say that there are a lot of Foo Fighter and Weezer fans out there. I know that I might not be the only one, but this song is called Say It Ain't So by Weezer. Somebody's hiney is crowdin' my icebox. Somebody's cold one is giving me chills. Guess I'll just close my eyes. Flip on the telly, wrestle with Jimmy. Something is bubbling behind my back. The bottle is ready to blow. Say it ain't so. Your drug is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker. I can't confront you I never could do that which might hurt you, to try and be cool. When I say, this way is a water slide away from me, that takes her further every day. So be cool. Say it ain't so. Your drug is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker. Dear Daddy, I write you in spite of years of silence. You've cleaned up, found Jesus. Things are good, or so I hear. This bottle of Stevens awakens ancient feelings. Like father, stepfather, the son is drowning in the flood. Say it ain't so. Your drug is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker.
Deep song, Bruce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is.
This is going to be really cool. I'm kind of excited about it because I don't know this song and I'm not familiar with these lyrics, but seeing what's in between the lines and feeling it is what is being bubbled up right now.
Yeah. No. I understand. That's
So we all know what Heine's are, right?
yes.
It's a Heineken.
A Heineken.
It's a beer, and it's chilling in or crowding his ice box.
I just realized something that we were discussing before this, and now what makes that very appropriate to begin the song with, because the bottle reference later in the song.
Yeah.
That's what that is referring
Heineken's
to.
in a bottle. It's not a can of beer.
And he just says, like at the very beginning of this, somebody's Heine is crowding my icebox. Somebody's cold one is giving me chills.
Yeah.
And right there, he then says, guess I'll just close my eyes. That's basically what we were just talking about this, because later on in the song, there's a reference to this bottle, and that is where that comes from.
Yeah.
And that's when I believe, what's funny that you mentioned bubbling up, because that's the other side of this. Thank you, Donna, for saying that, because I feel like that's what the bottle triggers. The Heineken bottle that they see in this icebox that is obviously out of place because
it's crowding his icebox.
It's somebody's cold one is giving me chills, bringing back those memories that are bubbling up now. Guess I'll just close my eyes and let them flow.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
You know, and so that to me, like when you were saying that, I was like, oh, now I get it, you know, because we were just trying to think of like different, what is this reference to, you know? And what do you think? I kind of feel like that's the.
Well, yeah. In other words, just imagine with me, you all, that you open up your refrigerator and there's a 6-pack of Heine's on the front shelf in front of your OJ or your milk or your Coors.
Yeah,
who knows?
Your beverage of choice.
Correct. And it's like, this doesn't belong to me. And it's in the way of what I am wanting or I desire. In other words, I'm opening up my refrigerator, looking for my beverage of choice, and right there, crowding everything, is someone else's Heine. It's giving me chills. In other words, when something is blocking your joy, your way of living that is happy and warm and fuzzy.
It's the opposite.
It's giving me chills.
It's sapping that energy. It's taking away the energy. It's taking away the heat.
Correct.
So of course you would get cold.
I'll just close my eyes. In other words, I am going to block it out. I'm going to shut the curtains, shut the ice box, whatever it is. I've got to let go of that.
Yeah.
I've got to not allow someone else's hiney to crowd my ice box and to give me chills.
Because the hiney is it's a memory. The Heineken 6-pack or bottle in this case.
Well, it's because it's not his.
No, yeah.
It belongs to someone
else. But
so it doesn't matter. It could have been anything else other than Heineken.
It could have been anything else other than Heineken. But the Heineken has special meaning because it has
a memory attached to it.
Someone with
because it gave him chills.
Yes.
Why else would the chills come?
Yeah.
If it weren't attached to a memory that was not pleasant.
Yeah. And so
I'm going to close my eyes.
Yeah.
And what does he see? He sees himself flipping on the telly and wrestling with Jimmy. So we happen to know only because I think there was beautiful Allison, who is our
research
beautiful
staff.
hands behind
the
scene.
The huge research staff we have behind the scenes.
We couldn't read these lyrics without her. She's the one that prints them out for us.
There are 10 people. 10 people, and they're all twins. She has 2 thumbs, 2 index fingers. Those are the people.
So Jimmy, I believe, is the author or the songwriter's brother.
Yes.
In this case.
Thank
Weezer,
you,
he's a brother.
Yeah.
So he remembers that childhood memory of flipping on the telly and wrestling with his brother.
Yeah. It brings back that instantly. That's what is brought back from seeing this bottle of Heine crowding the icebox.
And you know what happens? Something is bubbling behind his back.
The bottle is ready to blow.
There's the reference to that
when
bottle.
you said bubbling up, it almost gave me the chills because I was like, oh, we're actually going to be talking about that. That's very, the kind of punny almost.
So what happens when you shake up a bottle of anything like Heine or whatever?
Well,
it's going to explode.
The pressure is going to build and voila, here we go. Yeah, it's going to spread.
So he could feel that just by closing his eyes and having that memory of flipping on the TV and wrestling with his brother. Yeah. There is something that just made his back chills. It sent chills up his spine.
Yeah. It's
just like what seeing the bottle of Heine in the fridge did.
Yes.
I mean, all that was said was someone's cold one is giving me chills. Guess I'll just close my eyes. So then the memory comes in of him flipping on the TV, wrestling with his brother, and then those chills begin to bubble.
They bubble up to the surface.
Spine,
yeah, and the bottle
behind his back.
Yeah, and
the bottle is ready to blow.
Everything is suddenly, coming together. Storm is brewing.
So you mentioned, Bruce, something beautiful in that bottled up feelings.
Yes.
So for me, the bottle could represent feelings within him.
Yes.
In other words, he is the bottle.
Yes.
That is the vessel in which all of these memories and feelings are being held.
Yes.
And right now it's bubbling and it's ready to explode.
Yeah. And it's say it ain't so. Your drug is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker. And that is a very interesting, I would call it, chorus. And I think that it really kind of is more of a statement to the experience of what is making the things bubble behind his back and then making that bottle ready to blow. The things that gave the chills.
Yeah.
What exactly are
Yeah.
those? Because the good memories seem to be coming right now. Flip on the telly, wrestle with Jimmy. Some's, like, doesn't sound like it's a bad memory. It's sitting there with the ice box and you pop it open to grab a cold one and suddenly you see this other cold one that you're not expecting. It doesn't sound like it's, but
Well,
there's,
it gave him chills. So
yes,
to me, it does sound like, oops,
yes.
I didn't want to see that.
And I think,
And
because,
so I'm going to close my eyes. I didn't want to see that.
and because I think it's the things that are, that's why I was using the word trigger. It's
Yeah,
causing,
it's a trigger.
it's causing those
Mhm.
other memories to come out, to bubble to the surface.
Right.
And
And
so,
say it ain't so.
yeah,
In other words, don't make me feel these feelings again.
because your drug, that feeling is a heartbreaker.
And your drug, for me, most people, when they hear the word drug, they immediately go to something bad.
Yeah, that
You know what I mean?
smoke,
you
inject,
take drugs or
yeah.
whatever,
Pills,
your
something.
drug is a heartbreaker. For me, a drug is something that changes the chemistry within your body. And that is all. It is neither good nor bad.
It is only,
it changes
yes,
the chemistry
yes.
in your body. And then what you do with that change in your chemistry is what makes it labeled, or other people to label it.
Yes,
because when we're sick, we take drugs and
Yes,
they
we
make
do.
us feel better.
Yeah.
So for me, a drug changes.
Yeah. And it could be water, because water,
Right.
but
Mhm. So
and
what I believe he's referring to whoever's Heine that is
yes,
as the drug, and it breaks his heart.
yes,
It
and
it makes his heart break.
yeah, and his then saying, "Say it ain't so, my love is a life taker," because he's also referring to a love that then becomes so intense.
And the love, I believe, that he still has for whoever's Heine this is,
Yes.
is taking the life from him.
Yeah, or anybody that it's exposed
Because in other words, I love you and you're taking away the goodness in my life because of these memories that are not so good.
Yes,
Does
yes,
that
yes,
make
yes,
sense?
yes. Yes, there is
That's how I'm seeing
it's
it.
in some ways people refer to it as a little bit of like an energetic vampire.
Yeah.
Somebody that can be
Yes.
present and also take the energy from the entire
Right.
situation.
So my
People's,
love right
yeah.
now that I know that I have for you is taking the life from me, or
And
it takes life away.
yeah.
Period. And then it says,
I
or
can't.
he says, I can't confront you.
Yeah. I never could do that which might hurt you to try and be cool.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, like, okay, that kind of sounds like I couldn't wear the mask to be a different person. I could only be honest.
Yeah, I can't confront you. In other words, I can't tell you about what is happening inside of me, because how I would confront you might hurt you.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
to try and be cool. In other words, I just see this like teenage kid
Yeah.
young adult
Yeah.
standing up to his father, screaming at him, saying, you've done this and you've done that. I
Yeah.
don't like you. I hate you.
Yeah.
You can see the fight happening almost, or at least I can.
Yeah.
So he can't confront him because he just can't do that which might hurt you. He doesn't want to hurt people.
Yeah, because that,
just to try and be cool.
yeah, because it's an honest statement to say, I can't do that. I cannot hurt you just to look like something I'm not. I mean,
Right.
not to look like something I'm not, but to pretend, to carry off a facade, to wear a mask. And, then
And you know what happens though? It becomes a water slide
away from,
away
yeah,
from
yeah.
me. In other words, everything that's bubbling up inside of me is now rushing out of me
Yeah.
in this huge water slide, and it's away from me.
Yeah.
It points away from me.
And it can get away from them,
Right.
like so fast.
Right.
So it's so be cool to try to calm a little bit of that rough waters, that white water there that they're trying to get through, and just be cool, because say it ain't so. It's
Well, he says that the water slide takes her further
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
day. So be cool.
Yeah.
In other words, he's bottling his feelings up inside of
Yep.
him
Yeah.
because he knows if he confronts whoever it is, he's going to explode. And keeping those feelings bottling up is causing this water slide of not allowing love in.
And not allowing somebody else to be a part of the life that would
Right.
take them
Now,
further
her
away.
could be
Yeah.
his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Her could be his mother. All we know, or all I feel, is that there is a love for her.
Yeah. Yeah. And keeping those feelings bottled up, definitely not allowing them to be shown, is that water slide away from them.
So
Yeah.
say it ain't so.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
drug is a heartbreaker.
Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker. And
So then he goes into what I think is a beautiful compromise.
that's what I was just going to say. Like, it's like a letter, an open letter to
Right.
to a father.
Mhm.
And it is a compromise. You are right. That
Dear
really
Daddy.
I write you in spite of years of silence. You've cleaned up, found Jesus. Things are good, or so I hear. And it's such a wonderful, like, it's almost like a Christmas card. It's almost like a Christmas card.
Yeah.
And things are good, or so I hear. And then he goes back into what is the things that he's bottled up, and he now has kind of some names here. This bottle of Stevens awakens ancient feelings. The bottle being the person speaking, the person experiencing, and the Stevens happens to be a part of the family.
Yes, I think we did, in spite of years of silence. So we know that the father, and this is about a father.
Yes.
Because when you come all the way down, you can tell.
Yeah.
The father is gone.
Yeah.
He's out of the picture.
Out of the picture.
Because the next line is like father, stepfather. So he has a stepfather now that he believes is in that same energy of his father.
Yes, they are. This
Back in the day when the Heine was crowding the icebox and sending chills up his spine.
Yeah.
And it's bringing back ancient feelings.
Yes, it is.
Memories that he doesn't like. They send chills up his spine.
And he uses...
And the bottle, it's bubbling over. It's ready to explode again.
Daddy, writing to his father, he mentions that name, and it is actually his stepfather. His name is Stephen. And so this bottle of Stephen's awakens ancient feelings. That's his stepfather. And he says, like stepfather, the son is drowning in the flood because from this bottle of Heine, this bottle has been bottled up. Those feelings have been bubbling up, and the bottle is ready to blow. This is like a water slide that is just ready to,
I was going to say that, that he's like on the water slide of his own feelings, and they're drowning him.
They're drowning him in the flood. And it just keeps kind of cycling that way, if you will. And then it goes to say it ain't so. Your drug is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker. And I also think that love is a life taker is a reference to the fact that, you know, some people have these things that have happened in their life that have been traumatic. And so when they feel free to love somebody, sometimes that first time that they feel free to do that becomes so intense that their love becomes a life taker for the person that gets to be involved with it. Because it's almost like that person that feels free to love so strongly and so intensely becomes like a black hole of another person's life, and they just almost just suck it all in like a black hole would, you know.
Wow. And that's what he's saying. He's saying, your love as a father, it sucks me in.
Yeah.
It took my life.
Yeah.
It's a life taker.
And that's that
and
one
now
way.
I'm experiencing it through Stephen.
Yes.
Who is my stepfather, who has his hiney in my fridge.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. I loved it. Thank you so much, all of you who are here listening.
Yes, thank you very much.
We appreciate you so much. And we'll see you next time on Lyrical Wisdom.